Hey guys, so I just kind of wanted to give you an update. It has been forever since I've made a video. However, um, I haven't really been doing a whole lot substantial. I know that I posted about the Air Force and the Navy. For now, I've decided against both of them. I'm kind of exploring my new options. I'm actually working with a government contractor now, so we'll see how that goes. For now, it's been about 4 months and it's going okay. Um, though I have a little bit of a professional career predicament. Um, I actually, when I was in high school, I used to have ear gauges that were about 4, 6, 4, something like that. Um, and I have recently decided that I would like to get them back again. So, of course, I'm in a professional area with work now. It's business casual. However, I feel like the goal gauge that I want is probably going to be frowned upon. Probably a 00 at this point. I've already started the process and nobody seems to notice. My tongue ring healed up fine, and I've actually been wearing that to the office every single day. Not a single person, not even the CEO of the company, has said anything to me. So I think that's an accomplishment of its own. And so it kind of gave me the go ahead for my ear gauging. I talked to my parents about it, my mom, and she's cool with it. And, I don't want to get too crazy to where it just looks completely like it's very obvious, but I might as well do something substantial while I'm in the journey. So I couldn't find any of the old stuff that I did it with. I think I probably threw them out, but um, I recently went back to Yes Spencer's because I know that everyone wants to give all of the newbies shit about where they get it from, Hot Topic, Spencer's, whatever. However, it seems to be going pretty well for me. So I completely kind of forgot how the whole process worked, um, where you actually don't leave the tapers in, because I do have friends that have done that, and there's no point to it. Don't invest in a cute pair of tapers like these, leopard print, um, because you're not going to be wearing them for very long. However, I will, after research on YouTube, after I had already started, have found out that it's not usually a good idea to start out where I was. I believe I was at a 22, like the smallest that they pierce your ears with. I went to a 14 because of the tongue ring. I just shoved it in there. I don't advise it whatsoever, but I just decided one night that I was going to do it. So I did. No big repercussions. My one ear, this one actually, was very irritated for about a week after. I don't suggest it. I don't see any reason to do it when you have things like tapers that you can use. Um, but I just decided on a whim that that's what I felt like doing that night, and I didn't have anything else, so that's what I did. Anyways, so not a good idea, not a good piece of advice to follow, but I will say that I didn't have a blowout. I did have sea salt from my well, actually I didn't use it for my tongue piercing. I guess I used it for my second ear piercing. They gave some of that to me, and my belly ring, they gave that to me too. So I mixed up a little solution, and that's about all that I needed, and everything was fine. So then I continued. I actually invested in some tapers because it's a very good idea. I highly suggest it. The first time I tapered, I did not use any sort of lubrication. I wasn't straight out of the shower. It was completely and totally miserable. I went straight up from like that 14 to an 8, which not a good not I don't suggest it. I don't see the point in it if you have the means to do otherwise. It worked okay for me, but everybody's bodies is they're, everybody works a little bit differently, so I don't suggest that. But for mine, it turned out okay. I waited about a month and a half, and then I went from my 8 to a 4, which was very uneventful. And then I just recently went from an 8 to a 6 where I am now. It's not, let me see if I can get out. It's not noticeable, really, and they're actually like screw fronts. As far as plugs go, I don't like it, but for my job, it seems to be the most inconspicuous that I can find. So, this is what they look like. And this is what my ear looks like. It's not much. But it's a happy ear, so that's all I want. That's all I ask for. But it's kind of weird because they come from the back to the front, which I wasn't used to because my first taper set actually had, and I don't know where the gauges are for it, but my first taper set was the glow-in-the-dark and the leopard print that I showed you earlier. They actually, the glow-in-the-dark set had their own little plugs that they came with. I don't know where they are, but those were fine. They were actually more noticeable than anything else. So I suggest, you know, if you do have a professional career, I know it sounds stupid and you shouldn't care what people think of you, but, you know, sometimes you would like to make some money for yourself and be able to live on your own and all that good stuff. So these are the exact same pair of gauges in the same little container, but they're 8 gauges instead of what I have now. So these are the ones that seem to work for now as far as work. I don't know how much longer I can probably keep it up before somebody says something, but you know, I might as well. Another piece of advice, in addition to going slow, because even like I said, I skipped multiple sizes. I don't recommend it. I didn't even know about it until I didn't do my research before I started, because I didn't do my research in high school before I started. I just, on a whim, that's what I wanted to do one day, so I did it. They actually have like sets that you can use, and you know, I kind of have to invest in plugs at each size that I decide to go to for my job. But if you don't have a professional career yet, if you're still in school, just use the damn tapers, because it is so much more convenient, and I'm sure it is so much more cost effective to just not have to buy in a size that you already know that you're going to stretch out of, if that makes sense. But yeah, so I just kind of, after my research that I recently did, I just want to give my own piece of advice. I know that I gave updates about my tongue piercing and the volume wasn't good on any of those videos, so I do apologize for that, but, you know, so this is another body mod journey that I'm going on, and I just wanted to kind of give everybody an update for anybody that might care. My tongue is fine. It's been fine. It will continue to be fine. I don't feel like gauging, you know, I'm sorry, it's not gauging. I don't want to taper my tongue at all whatsoever. I know people do, but it's not my thing. But tongue is fine. Ears are fine. Very happy. Sea salt. And actually, I also use the bottle of ear care stuff from Claire's. I don't know exactly what it's made out of, but that's where I got my second piercing done, which I can still wear for now. I don't know how much longer I will be able to when the sizes go up, but I don't want to gauge my second piercing. It looks good on some people, but I don't feel like I'd be able to pull that off, especially not in my career. So I just kind of wanted to give you guys an update, and I guess I'll go ahead and stop it now. But if you guys have any sort of questions that you want to ask about the process and how everything works, feel free to reach out. I'm here. Like I said, I don't have the best advice because I didn't start off on a good foot, but everything has worked out well. No blowouts, no nothing. So if you guys have any questions, any sort of comments, just let me know, and I will talk to you guys later. Alright, bye.